Hello friends, welcome to Susie's Unique Designs. Today I thought I would come on and show you a few different types of bows that I like to make. We're going to be using the Easy Bow Maker, and I will put it in the description with my Amazon affiliate link. So I'm going to show you different types of ribbon and like different qualities and just my thoughts on them. So first of all, we're going to start with this ribbon here. This is from the Dollar Tree, and it's very pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that well. It says Merry Christmas on it with some poinsettias. It's very pretty. So what I want to point out is this. It's like a sheer ribbon, and the wire on it is kind of soft. So we're gonna make a bow with it, and we'll just see how it turns out. I have my sharp scissors. I'll put my affiliate link, my affiliate link to Deco Exchange. They are my most favorite scissors. They're nice and sharp. You want to make sure when you're using any kind of ribbon that you use nice sharp scissors. You'll get a better result. Okay, so I just dovetailed this. Oops, see there's a little crease when you get the new ribbon. I usually just cut it off and then make my dovetail. This ribbon is kind of slippery. Okay, so we'll start with a plain edge first. Okay, so we're gonna measure, let's see, we'll just probably do 8 inches, okay? So you go from here to the edge of the ribbon tail board. Oops, let me move this over here. Okay, so let's start. So this ribbon here, I'm going to see, it says it has 9 feet, so 108 inches, which is 3 yards. Okay, so we'll start with an 8-inch tail, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch it right in the middle here. Just pinch it teeny tiny. Then we're going to twist like this so that the pretty side is facing down. And then we're just going to make 4-inch loops, and we're just going to pinch again teeny tiny, and we're going to twist and then put it down into the pegs. And we're going to do this 3 times. We can just pull our tail down to the front. So I use my hand, and I'm just going to pull it taut to the pegs right here, and then just gather it like this, twist it, and put it down into the pegs. Okay, and we're going to do this again. We'll just pinch it here. Sometimes when you pull it out a little bit so that you have some length to work with, it helps make making a bow easier. Okay, so then we'll twist it and keep it at around 4 inches. And then, let's see here, we'll keep going. Let's see, oh, well, we're almost out, so let's just see if we can do, let me adjust my loop here because it looked huge. Okay, so we have 2 and 2, and we'll do another twist here. So I think we'll be able to get 3 out of here with this ribbon. Okay, I'm just gonna gather it and then just twist it. Okay, so that's 3 loops. And let's see if we can go 2 loops, just a little bit smaller, so we can just use this ribbon up. Oh, I don't know, let's go just a little bit smaller. We'll do 1 on each side. Okay. And then I'm just going just a tiny bit smaller than, so probably like 3.5 maybe. And we probably have enough to do, we'll twist here like this. Let me make sure it's about 3.5. And then enough to do a center loop, and that'll be it. And that's 3 yards. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go like this. Put it in here for a center loop. We'll just make the center, the little center loop, just maybe, let's see, it's just probably a couple inches, okay? So we'll go like that. And we're just gonna go like this, so pretty, okay? And I'm just gonna trim it off. There. Okay, and then we'll take a pipe cleaner like this, and I'm just gonna gently pull up all of the layers, and I'm holding it like this. See that stack? So then I'm gonna take and just put it underneath like this. Put my 2 fingers like this, okay? I'm gonna hold it right here. Then I'm gonna pull it up like this, and I'm gonna twist really tight, make sure it's close. Just a couple times. There. And that will make your bow kind of fluff up too. Okay. So now we're gonna just fluff the loops just a little bit here. I'll fluff this one. And this is our center loop, which covers our pipe cleaner. This. So let's pull our tails down here, and let me just, whoops, I'm gonna make them even down here like this, and I'm gonna cut them at a slant, I think. Let's see how good that works. And there we go. We have our first bow. Can you see that? It's very pretty. Then you have your pipe cleaner right here to add it on to a present. Or you can add it on to the tree, like if you had a little mini tree or something that you just needed a small bow. So that turned out really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that good in the camera. Okay, so that's our first bow that we did. I just did 3 Now that was 3 yards, so I did 3 loops, and then 1 loop a little smaller, and then a center loop, and then the tails. Okay, so we'll set that aside and we'll go on to the next one. So the next one we're going to do is, I'm going to go with, I think I want to go with, let's see here, how about, yeah, that looks pretty. Let's go with this here. Let's try this one. Okay, so first we're going to go with the 2.5 inch. This is pretty. This is like a burlap with red snowflakes on it. And then it has a pretty buffalo check edge on it. I gotta adjust my lights. Just a minute, please. Okay, so let's see if this light is a little bit better. It just seems like there's so many shadows in here. Okay. I'm not sure why it's so dark today. Okay, can you see that pretty good? It's a burlap with some red snowflakes, some white snowflakes, and then the buffalo check edge. It's very pretty. It's a 2.5 inch ribbon. Okay, so let's put it over here. And I always like to pull my ribbon out a little ways to give me some room to work. Now this is better quality, definitely. I like the feel. If you make bows a lot, you'll learn there's different ribbon that you'll like to work with better. And this is a little bit thicker ribbon, like a, maybe like a canvas kind of ribbon that's a little bit thicker. So, and the wire is a lot stronger. Like this is more of a, like a silky, just, you know, it's from the Dollar Tree, so it costs $1.25. And this ribbon I get online, and I will leave my affiliate link where I get it from. I have a few different places. I like to go to Deco Exchange, and I like to go to Trendy Tree, the Wreath shop. There's a few different places that I definitely like to shop. Okay, so well, I just dovetailed it right away. You can do it later or whatever you think. We're going to start again with an 8-inch tail. And so from here to here, and I'm just going to pinch and gather it here. This is important because you get, your bow will fluff up better. Okay, and then we're going to twist it and stick it down into the pegs. Then I use my hands. That's what I prefer. And I go to the mark that I want to use. And I think we're going to do, we're going to do a few loops on this one. I guess let's do 6-inch tails on this. So I'm going to use my hand over to the 6, pull it to the center, to the pegs, and then just pinch and gather it. Okay, and then twist so that the pretty side is facing down. Now I'm going to use my hand because sometimes when you pull it over it might move your loop a little bit. So I'm going to adjust it gently here. Okay, it's at the 6. And then I'm going to go back over here. I think I'll pull my tail down here so then you can pull it up here if you want, or down here. I think I'll pull it down here. Then I'll go over to the 6, pull it to the center. Okay. And then we're going to twist and put it into the pegs. And we're going to do this again. I think we're going to do this, let's see, how about if we do this 4 times. We'll make a nice big bow to put on the tree or on a present. And we'll keep the loops all the same size. So 6-inch loops. And it's okay. Sometimes your ribbon will come up a little bit. It's okay. We just push it back down in there. There we go. And twist. It's very pretty. It's kind of has a little sparkle in it, which is always nice for the holidays. But it's also like a rustic kind of ribbon. It can be used with many different styles of, signs, like for a wreath, or on a mailbox, or on a lantern. Okay, so we have 1, 2. There's 3 on that side. Oops, we have 3 over here. Okay. Okay, and then let's do another one. And if you get this bow maker, what I had my husband do is I had him glue the pegs in, like you have to pound them in. Well, he glued them in, and then I pound them in with a hammer. And that's what makes them stay. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. So we have 8 total loops. And then I think what I would like to do is I'm going to use this pretty ribbon just as a center loop for this. Okay, let's cut this down here like this. Okay, set that aside, and then we'll add this here. And with this ribbon, I just cut it at an angle. Okay, so we'll go like this. Make a little center loop, maybe about 2 inches or so. And we don't have to twist. We're just gonna, we'll have it like this on the same side. It will be just fine. Okay. And then what I like to do is I like to use zip ties, and then I usually will put a chenille stem in the back. I found these containers work really good to hold your, these are 6-inch zip ties, and they work pretty good to hold those. I don't know, maybe I might need a bigger zip tie actually. This is a bigger bow. That's funny. Okay, so then this container I use for my bigger zip ties. I saw somebody else do that, and I thought, well, that's a great idea. I'm always having my zip ties fly everywhere. Okay, and then, okay, so first we're gonna go like this. We're gonna pick up our layers a little bit, just a little bit. We'll make sure that the buckle on this right here is facing down. Okay, and then we're gonna take our fingers, push this down. We'll get our zip tie started. Okay, just a little bit more. Pull it off of the bow maker. I always like to just still hold on to it. I don't want it to fall apart. There's our stack. So we're just gonna go in the middle like this. Pull it a little tighter like this, and then put your pipe cleaner back there. And we are still gonna adjust our loops before we make it super tight. Because when you make it super tight, it's hard to pull your tails down and stuff. So then you just take this part and bring it over in the middle, and that will cover up our, it will cover up our zip tie. So we'll just kind of adjust our loops like this. Okay, just kind of pull them how you want. Okay, this will be really pretty. Okay, like this. This is really pretty. Can you guys see how pretty that is? Can you see the pretty snowflakes and sparkles? It looks really neat. Okay, so now I like it. And now I'm gonna make it tight, not pull it tight. Okay, and then use your wire cutters to cut your pipe cleaner. I mean your, oh goodness sakes, your zip tie off, and now you have your chenille stem in the back. And then you can add this to a present or on a lantern or something. That is really a pretty bow. Okay, so that's our, I'll say nine loop bow. Okay, oh, it just has the 2 ribbons in it. And what you can do is with this pretty wired ribbon, you can use your fingers and just run your hand like that, and it just makes it just pop up. It's so nice. And it's just like this. Isn't that pretty? It wasn't too bad. You can just move your loops however you want. But I think that turned out really pretty. Okay, so that's another bow. A multi-ribbon bow. I'm gonna do, these are really pretty. I'm gonna do, it's red and gold. Isn't that pretty? So lots of glitter all over. So this is 2 2.5 and a 1.5. So this is what we're gonna use for this. Look how pretty that is. I just love it. Red and gold. See how pretty that is? Can you guys see that? It's just so beautiful. This is again like I would say kind of the feel of like a canvas ribbon. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start here. And I'm gonna make this a clean edge because that's what I like to do. Okay. So for this one, I think I'm gonna do 10-inch tails. We'll make it just a little bigger. Okay, and then I think we're gonna do, let's do a 6-inch. Tail on this one. We're gonna do 3 loops. So 3 6-inch loops. So I'm just gathering it, twisting it. This is so pretty. Let me know in the comments, do you guys like traditional, like red and gold, or do you like the pink and blues, like a Candyland theme for Christmas, or do you like more green, or do you like more natural colors for Christmas? Tell me in the comments. What is your favorite colors or themes that you like for Christmas? I would like to know. I love lots of different ones, but I'll say red and green and golds. I would say I love a lot. Oh, they have the black and silver for Christmas. That's pretty too, but I would say probably reds and golds and greens are probably my favorite. Okay, so we have 3 6-inch loops. Okay. And then we have our 10-inch tail here. Next we're going to use our gold, and we're going to do 2 loops with our gold. Okay. We'll just match our tail up approximately the same as the last one. This would look really pretty on a lantern. Or on the, like you could make 2 of them and put them on your mantle, like on your fireplace, you know, mantle. Just use some command hooks or something and you could put a couple bows, or maybe make 3 of them even. That would be pretty. That's a good idea. I should do that. I love bows. They're more than just for Christmas and birthday parties. They're for everything. They make everything prettier. Okay, so all I'm doing is just gathering it. There we go. We got now, oops, I forgot the twist, so I gotta gather it. So this one is more like canvas, and this is a good quality ribbon too, but it's a little bit slippery. And that's okay. We just adjust it. What's nice with the easy bow makers, you can just put it in there in the pegs and just adjust it how you want. Okay, and we have 2 here. We're on our second one. And we have 1 more on this side. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay, and then we'll cut this off here. That is so pretty. Okay, then our last one is going to be, we're going to do 1 loop on each side plus the center loop for this one. It's so shiny. I don't know why they bend it over so much though. It seems like such a waste, but I don't like that little crease in my ribbon, so I'm cutting it off. Okay, so the same thing, we're just gonna kind of line up our tail with the last one. And we'll do 1 loop on each side for this. And we're gonna go the same. We'll go about 6 inches here with this. And then twist. do a center loop with this one, like we did the last bow. I like doing that. Okay, oops, there we go. And this is a thicker ribbon, but it seems a little bit slippery too because it's got a smooth, like satiny finish on it. Okay, so we're gonna do our center loop. We're just gonna put it just a little one, just like maybe 1 or 2 inches. We don't need much. We're just to hide our zip tie. Okay, I'm just pushing this down. We'll trim this off. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push this down a little bit. And we're going to, oh, I'm going to get my zip tie out. Guess I could get a couple of them out since we're making some bows. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so again, we're gonna put our buckle facing down, lift up our layers, make sure we got all of our layers. Nothing worse than zipping it up and then you missed a layer. Okay, push it down. Okay, and we're gonna get it started pretty good here so it doesn't come apart. I guess what's kind of nice is if you were working on a bow like this and then you had to walk away, you could leave it like this and walk away and, you know, whatever, come back and it would be just fine. So then I'm lifting it up gently, putting my fingers underneath to grab it. See this pretty stack? We're just going to move it over just a little bit, pull it to the back like this, zip it up a little bit more. Okay, and then don't forget to put your, you can use like a florist wire if you wanted as well, or just a chenille stem, pipe cleaner, whatever you call it. Okay, so now it's snug. I could let go of it, but it's not super tight yet. So I'm gonna hold it in my hands. I always like to move my center loop over like this. Okay, then pull your tails forward. And now this one, you see how this is? Obviously it's a little bit bigger. So we'll pull this, let's see here, we're gonna go pull this one here. Sometimes that happens, especially when the ribbon is a little bit slick, I would say. Okay. I'll pull it just a little bit more there. And that's what's nice, I don't have it super tight yet, so we can adjust our loops as we need them to be. A little bit more yet. No big deal. Okay, there we go. That's better. So pull these forward. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we'll make sure we hold on to our tails like this, and we're just gonna fluff our loops out a little bit. We'll have like that. There. This is so pretty. Okay, and then we do the same on this side. Okay. This is very pretty. I don't know if you guys can see how shiny this is. This is a very striking bow, I would say. Very, very, very pretty. Okay, I need to adjust my loops though. I think that I just a little bit more. They seem, this one seems just a little bit off here. There we go. And this is called like a 3-2-1 bow, I believe they say. So you can just move your loops however you want like that. Boy, that's pretty. I probably said it a lot of times, but I can't tell you or stress or say how pretty this really is. Okay, like this. And just make sure. There we go. That's better. Wow. Okay. So now that we got it all the way we want it, now I can pull this zip tie tight and then trim off this part. Okay. And then I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna trim my tails this time. I'm gonna dovetail them. Okay. So let's see. With these, I might curl these under a little bit. So I'm just gonna make them even. So then I'm gonna cut them at an angle, so we can curl them up a little bit. I'm gonna just cut at an angle. There we go. Okay, this one I'm gonna cut as a dovetail. So, oops, I'm sorry, I'm probably going too fast. So I'm just gonna fold it in half, and so I'm coming downward. So I'm gonna cut upward at an angle. So just like this, and then we have a pretty dovetail. Sorry, fold in half. There we go. So then underneath, I'm going to make these ones shorter. Fold it in half, and then you just cut at an angle like that. And if you want, so you can fold it in half, so this kind of facing down, you know, here's like it's facing down. But if you want, you can turn it over like this, so you're folding it like this, kind of like a taco. And this is the way I do it sometimes, that helps me to remember. But you have your ribbon all lined up pretty, fold it in half, and then you cut at an angle this way, upward towards the sky, and then you have a pretty dovetail that way. So let me see how this is. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to just take my fingers and I just roll it up like this. And I just use my fingers, and you can just roll it up like this. There we go. Now do the other side. Just roll it up on your fingers. And then I pull out the inside just a little bit like this. There. This is such a pretty bow. Wow. Okay. What do you guys think? I think it's so pretty. Okay. It'd be so pretty on a lantern or on the fireplace, like I said, if you made a couple, 2 or 3 of them, and then had them on a lantern. Can you guys see that? That is so pretty. Wow. And just use your fingers, and you can just fluff these up with this wire. Always use wired ribbon. There you go. That is so pretty. That's probably my favorite ribbon, I think, right now. It's just, I think you guys can see this, hopefully.